Is it working? Yes, it seems to be working.
Hey y'all, this is Kuda Slayer again. Saying hi out to everybody on YouTube land. Unfortunately, my product review video I was intending on doing today is kind of hit some snags. My regular camera is acting up, so no idea what's going on with that. But try to get the show to continue. Let's see, what the hell is I going to say? I'm so frustrated with my camera. Anyway, give a little bit of history with myself. I've been playing Warhammer 40k since about 1989. And since about 1992, I've had the same Space Marine chapter I've been slowly expanding on for over the years, starting with 2 Terminator units, which kind of random bit of inspiration. It's kind of an idea just stuck with since. It was supposed to be a chapter of Asian-inspired Space Marines. I call it the Rising Suns. There's a lot of Chinese and Japanese references and influences. But one of the big drawbacks of having such an idea like that and sticking with it is that there's a very kind of limited range of options for trying to change a Gothic European themed or inspired science fiction universe to look more Asian, and it's just very hard to find anything that will actually suit that, or at least make that job easy, such as there used to be this really nice kit back in the 90s for a Japanese temple, which would basically cover the average gaming board these days, and unfortunately those ran about $500 or more, and for most gamers that's just something that's unrealistic to get. So I was kind of really happy to come across a company called Plast Craft Games. Get a nice shot of the emblem there, and then over here, of course, you have your URL. I kind of found these guys by accident. They make a a fairly nice range of easy to assemble, rather affordable terrain. They have several different ranges you can choose from like medieval, fantasy to other European settings, and hoping I get sick here, and happily enough a Japanese theme, which is fairly rare in the gaming world as of late. Kind of give you an example, this is a Torii gate, which is, as you see, you just get the gate, and then you have a nice gate wall over here with used for like a fortress or something, and everything is fairly it's fairly nice. Everything's made from a foam board, which is they punched out with pre-cut perforated lines, so that you just have to pop parts out. Admittedly, one of the things I was kind of disappointed about was they don't come pre-printed with any kind of texture or anything, which, look at the pictures, I thought they would, but unfortunately they don't. For some people, that would be a problem if you don't have like the skills to paint or properly add texture to buildings like that. So, if you're just starting out, this may be a problem for you, but in other ways, if you don't have the skills, it's kind of a nice way to, cut your teeth on and learn how to do it. The more advanced modelers, of course, would, shouldn't have any problems. The only real warning I would give is be careful with how these are perforated, because some of the blades are either dull or just got everything kind of joined on their dies a little funny. And so you may have some nicks and such that you may have to either use some putty or something to fill in. Just basic, most part basic stuff you need to worry about with any other model. One of the sections I have assembled already is part of the wall right here. This is one of the joining pieces for your multiple section of walls, and so you could either enclose something or build an offensive line. This is basically what the basic shape of the wall is. You have your front with a slightly sloped bottom, then you have your viewports, and then your back platform. There's a corrugated piece of paper which they give you to make the roof with. You just gotta kind of bend this in half and then put it on top. I'll show you the Space Marines on it. Kind of give you an idea what the scale is actually like. It's not, it's not exactly the greatest in the world, but it's, it sure beats having no options. And of course, got the Torii gate over here. As you can see, it's almost scale-wise, it's almost a little too skinny in some ways, but it might just be more of my preference than anything else. The roof that came with this, kind of same thing. With the curve, it's kind of hard to actually glue it down, which is why I haven't done it yet. But for those of us who are looking for Asian-themed terrain for your battlefields, this is probably about one of the best options you can get without actually, making everything by hand yourself, and that's just kind of inviting madness. Anyway, one other, quick suggestion I would make is for something like this, if you got any kind of wood grain that will need to be made, I will take some sandpaper and either before or after you assemble it, kind of just go over and rough up the surfaces so that you have what might pass for any kind of wood grain in the final product. You may want to go through and kind of cut with your X-Acto knife, cut some lines where you want the, kind of make everything look like it's not one solid piece, but it's been actually assembled from multiple pieces. But, it's, again, Plast Craft Games. I suggest look them up. I got mine from nobleknight.com, a great seller on eBay. And here's their URL if you want to look at the full catalog. There's quite a few sources that are selling these, so they're not exactly hard to find. Let's see what. Got another one I haven't put together yet. Is a kind of rather nice bridge, which you don't see too many bridges or rivers on people's tabletops these days. So that's kind of something nice to be able to play with. And then they got some other much bigger buildings. There's an entire temple. I forget what the building truly is, but there's a couple of other smaller ones too. It's, I say check them out if you get the chance. They're not too badly priced. Like I said, Torii is about $10, and I think this was about 15 or 20, which is a deal, especially for how hard it is to find any kind of Japanese or Asian buildings in general and for terrain. But anyway, hopefully I can get my camera working again sometime soon, but don't hold your breath. But I'll try to keep making some more videos. Anyway, that's enough rambling from me for now. This is Kuda Slayer signing off. Ask questions if you have them. Otherwise, always keep your eyes out. You'd be surprised what you find, what you can use in your hobbies. Anyway, Kuda Slayer signing off.